Here we have a package that came in. Michael Kors. And I did not know that we fixed Michael Kors. Let's take a look and see what's inside the box. And it's a Mini Maxx tuner. This has already been taken apart. We see the screen, the housing, and the motherboard. Let's read what the customer wrote. Description: it's an H&S Mini Maxx tuner for a truck. Wasn't careful when opening up the two sides and pulled the LCD ribbon off the motherboard, hoping it can be reattached. Now, I do not think the customer mailed the broken LCD connector because I do not see it on the board. We do see the connector is ripped off the board, but customer did not include the connector. He did include a ship back label, return shipping, but I do not see the connector inside the package. And we do not have a connector in stock. However, we do have donor boards that we can extract the connector from. The connector is plastic, so we won't be able to extract the connector from a donor board by heating up from the top because we're going to end up burning that plastic. So we have to heat up from the bottom. And if we did heat up from the bottom, we have to be careful because we have an SD reader. But if we are removing the connector from a donor board, we do not care about the SD reader from a donor board. But we will have to solder that connector back on here, not using hot air, but using our soldering iron. We work on Mini Maxx tuners almost every single day. I have a donor board here with a nasty burn, but I already removed that connector. I have one here. And the connector, I removed the latch from that connector, so we cannot use it. I also removed the connector from here. I mean, 4 boards. Oh, okay, this one is good. We have a connector here. We cannot use these. We're gonna use this one here. And let's see how to safely remove the connector without burning it. And we're gonna use that connector to put it on the customer's board. I mean, the connector looks something like this. Let's take a look under the microscope. Right here. That's how the connector looks like. I do not know how many pins. Maybe we can count. And today I'm going to be using this ultra fine tweezer from KLD. And we have actually about 45 new items that came into our shop. Maybe I'll go over them in the next video. I'll go over all the new items that we got in. A lot of cool items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 45 pins. The connector is 45 pins. We're going to heat up from the bottom to remove the connector. And we have to be careful so we do not damage the connector. And almost there. All right, awesome. The connector is intact. We did not damage it. And now let's take a look at the customer's board. And it's a good thing that we do not have any missing pads. The whole connector ripped off without breaking any pads. Very nice. Amazing. The wick is amazing. And that's the connector. And the connector is in mint condition. We need to align it. And then we're going to apply solder onto the front pins. I do not want to apply solder here onto the sides because I do not want to risk the solder going in. That's probably the only connector that I have right now. Hopefully that's the only thing that is wrong with the tuner. We do not know because we cannot test it. Right, and let's secure the other end. Awesome. Now we're gonna apply flux and we'll go over those pins. And we should be all good. That's one long connector, but we can do it. Let's change tips. Just drag soldering. And we're gonna spread the solder to the rest of the pins. And we're gonna have to apply more solder. Just a tiny bit. Just like that. Wow, wonderful. Not even a single pin loose. Every single pin is solid. Let's clean up and we'll go over this again just to make sure all the pins are solid. Right, one more time. Solid, 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 and of course I'm not gonna keep saying solid for all 45 pins. I do not want to put you to sleep, but every single pin is super solid. Look at that. Not even one loose pin. Amazing. Amazing. And now all we have to do is install the screen and test. Hopefully everything is good and the tuner will work. Screen is right here. And let's do it under this magnifier. Fume extractor off. And let's see. Screen is installed. And is it gonna work? We're gonna plug the cable and hope for the best. We have a white screen. White. That may be an indication that the screen is also bad. Totally white screen. It could be our soldering, which I highly doubt because all the pins are solid, or it could be the screen. I think it's the screen and not our soldering. We have to trust in our soldering. So let's go ahead and replace the screen and see what happens. Right, let's see. We're gonna install a new screen. White screen still. white screen. So there's something going on. There's something going on. We're going to go over the connector one more time just to make sure everything is good, and we're going to check rest of the board to see why our screen is displaying white. I'm going to go over the pins one more time, but this time I'm going to put some pressure on them. Maybe one of them is loose, or maybe I did not pay attention. I mean, I am putting pressure on the pin right now. The pins are solid, as you can see. We're good. The pins are good. Right now I do not know what's causing the white screen. The connector is measuring good. It's soldered good. Let's do a quick visual inspection and see if there's anything obvious. And nothing on this side of the board. Let's flip the board. What if that supporting pad has to be connected to ground? Oh, right there. Working. Great. I think that supporting pin of the connector is what solved the problem. Great. Right now it's 6:40. We close at 6. And I honestly have a lot of things that we need to get done. We have a huge lot of new products that came in. We're gonna unbox those products tomorrow, and maybe I'll do a short video on what's new. We're gonna post all new items on our website soon, maybe tomorrow or the day after. But right now, I just wanna reassemble this tuner. We're gonna invoice and mail this back to the customer. And there you go. We're gonna test one more time. Make sure everything is good. And we're gonna call it off for the day. Yes. All right. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else tomorrow.